What's the first thing that you need to think of when you're about to vacuum a room? Any room, a large room or a small room? Well, most people think that they just have to plug that vacuum cleaner in and start vacuuming. But I can tell you that's not the first thing you need to do. If you're going to be vacuuming a room, you first need to prepare your room to be vacuumed. And by that I mean picking up any bits of rubbish that you know will only clog the vacuum cleaner if you accidentally suck them up. It means picking up any little bits of like headphones or Xbox remotes, for example, things like that. Just actually moving things so that you know you can do a really thorough job. Once you've got that vacuum cleaner in your hand and you're going, you can just go for it and do things really thoroughly. I always advise people that when you have a situation where you've got mats and then either wooden floors or tiled floors, that you would always vacuum the mat area first before vacuuming around the mat. And the reason that is because when you're vacuuming the mat, the dust can flicker out and about, and so you'd be wasting your time if you went around first and then did the mat. You have to think about these things because every minute counts when you're cleaning, particularly when you're cleaning for someone else and you're on a tight time frame. Every minute counts. Every time you waste a half a minute there and a half a minute there, 3 minutes or 4 minutes or 10 minutes trying to unclog your vacuum cleaner, all these things are wasted time and they are unnecessary if you make the right thoughtful decisions before you start to vacuum. Now what I would do is many people would lift the chairs up and put them up on the table. I don't bother doing that. I just move the chairs out of the way, right off the carpet. It's just as quick and easy to do that. I would then vacuum right underneath the table, give it a really thorough vacuum clean, and then I would carefully and neatly place the chairs back so that they're all facing the right way and all the rest of it. As for like a couch area, I'll just move this back. If you know, the couch is here facing the TV over there. So if, like in my house, people eat at the couch all the time, and I'm sure that's probably pretty common. So what you want to do with the coffee tables that are here is you want to move the coffee tables right back. Moving those coffee tables right back will mean that I can then really vacuum right up to, towards the couch and right underneath the couch, and then I would move the coffee tables back where they go, position them neatly, and then vacuum closer to the TV. You can't, so many people just think it's good enough just to vacuum around something like a coffee table, which is very easy to move. That's not thorough cleaning, and it wouldn't be, if you are being paid to clean for someone, they are going to expect a professional result. They're going to expect a thorough clean, and they're going to expect that you're going to take the time and effort to do things in that thorough way, because that's what you're getting paid for. So you want to really show that that you're putting in all these details, because then your client's going to want to get you to come back again and keep doing it, because they know that you are attending to all these details. And trust me, clients do check. I know when I've had cleaners here that I've been checking them out, and then I will go around and I'll put my hand underneath the couches, because I always know there's plenty of dust underneath our couches, and I will check. And if I can, because I will always say to people, make sure you vacuum underneath the couches. So I've already given them the verbal instruction. If they still haven't done that, I'm like, this person's not going to be able to work to the standard that's high enough that a client's going to continue to be happy to pay for their services. So you have to think about things like that, because you want to be good at what you're doing. Same as with the mats. When you are vacuum cleaning around mats, do the mat first, and then I would lift, for a large carpet mat, I would lift the mat up on the edges and vacuum around the edges. Certainly wouldn't be lifting any mats up and taking them outside and shake them. That would be a health hazard. You're not going to do that. But you can just lift the edges up and check, because You know, if there's a lot of grit or stuff underneath the carpet or the mats, I don't know how it gets there, but it just seems to, it can actually scrape wooden floors and things like that if it's not cleaned up. So, you know, you have to be thinking about things like that. The thoroughness is needed for so many different reasons. So have a think about that. When you're starting, don't just plug the vacuum in and start. Start by preparing your room. Of course, if you're going to be dusting, you want to do the dusting or the damp wiping or whatever before you actually vacuum too, because that way, you know, any dust that goes on the floor, you're going to then vacuum it up whilst you're vacuuming. So yeah, think about those tips and hope that helps you to create a more quicker and thorough job the first time without having to go back over and over your work. Thanks for watching.